What's up, everybody? Painblade here again, bringing you some more Naruto Cross Boruto Ninja Tribes content, representing ISC from Server 1. So I want to thank everybody first and foremost on all the wonderful comments and the time you guys took to watch the 60, I think it was 62 or 64k summons. The summons themselves weren't the greatest, so I apologize on behalf of Bandai and myself, I guess, for providing kind of crappy summons from the first half, but I will give you guys some good news. The second half, which you guys unfortunately did not see, I ended up actually 5-starring Kirin, getting a whole other plethora of URs, and I wish I recorded it, but I didn't, so, I'll show you guys in my roster at least, so I can do that, but that's not the purpose of this video. The reason why I'm making a second video, actually, is I got some people asking me, you know what, you got this roster, you put all this time and money into it, why don't you start showcasing some of the units that a lot of people are either iffy about, don't know if they should pull, whether they're worthwhile. So you know what, I decided why not. I have the time right now, let's do it. So the one I decided to do first is the one that I got blasted for on main Discord for this this game, which was my 5-star Kirin. Now, if you guys aren't aware, Kirin, for the new players especially, Kirin was the second version of the UR Sasuke that came out in the first round of the heavy summons. He came out with Sugetsu and Jugo as well. For some odd reason, that's when I decided to become pay to win, and I decided to pull him, got him to 4 stars, and then bought the Blessing 15 pack and 14 pack, I believe, and then actually upgraded him to 5. And the moment I joined Discord, everyone's like, "Yo, that's the guy that that decided to 5-star TenTen 2.0," which I found hilarious personally. But the purpose of this video is essentially to tell you guys that he is a great unit. He does bring a lot to the table. He does bring a lot of damage, especially to what is now shifting to be a very D meta. D-type meta, but he is not, and I will say this right now, he is not as good as the original heavy Sasuke. He's not as good as Kakashi and some other units, but he will bring a lot to your roster. So what I want to do essentially, guys, is show you guys a little bit of what he has as a kit, and then I'm going to compare him to TenTen to disprove some of this, but then also I'm going to show you one of my arena fights, just to kind of show you the kind of damage and power he brings, especially when you're fighting tanks, right? Because the D units are usually very defense oriented, they're tanky, they've got a ton of HP, and are really hard to kill. So I'm going to show you guys a fight that took place today, and you'll actually get to see Kirin and why he's so great. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's go through the actual character first. So I'm going to go into Kirin first. I'll show you guys what his artwork looks like first and foremost, and here you go. This is what it is. It's actually really nice. I believe the 3-star is just him holding a cape like he's Dracula or something. I have no idea why they built it that way, but hey, it is what it is. And I think he was the Avenger title, while the 5 stars Lightning Strikes from the Heavens. I'm going to show you guys his link bonuses. So to get the most out of him, you'll need to have Kakashi Orochimaru for the attack bonus. You'll need Kabuto Sugetsu for the second link, which is defense. And lastly, Kirin and Jugo for the HP bonus. Now, he is a T unit. The big thing with T units are they are HP masters. Like, they have a ton of HP. So if you look at the bottom of my screen, you can see his HP is at 173,000. If you compare him to an A type, let's just go with Naruto, right? 137. A types are nukers. They've got a heck of a lot more attack power, but they've got a lot less HP. Where if you look at the attack now on Sasuke, it's lower, but his HP is a lot higher. And the reason for that is because they are HP units. And I'm just going to go into my gear a little bit and explain to you guys what I've done with him so far. So obviously level 64. He is one of the fastest units for base speed, so he is super fast. So that's a great start to have, especially in PvP. Skill-wise, Kirin. So he does do an AoE damage to all active enemies. 15% chance to paralyze. It's a really small chance. I get it, guys. And you know what? I agree with everybody. They should have upped this to at least 25-30%, but you know, that'd be too broken, right? It's an AoE. Lowers all active enemy damage reduction rate by 2.2%, so that's actually kind of cool. He reduces damage reduction rate, which TenTen, guys, doesn't do, so come on. And then if the target is a D shinobi, so defense shinobi, deals 33.15% extra damage, and that's the key there, right? It's the bigger D units that actually will suffer the most from this move, not just from paralyzed, but damage alone. This is my Vendetta, deals damage and lowers all enemies' damage reduction rate for the entire battle, so whether he's alive or not, it's irrelevant. So you can see the rate is pretty high. So this is extremely important. It's not, I don't know the comparison between this and defense down, but it is a good chunk of damage reduction gone. Of course, the HP percentage at max is 12.3%. That's massive. And that's not even without Vitality for Arena. Absolute Authority brings you boosting all attack by 15.78 for all users, so everybody gets it. So I believe TenTen has this, but I think it's like 10% or something. So there is a comparison there. And then, of course, damage increase by 8.15%. So that's his skills. Gear-wise, I've got a little bit of an upgrade. I boosted up his HP a lot. Again, he's a T unit, so that's where he benefits. I didn't have weapons, unfortunately, so I couldn't get that done for awakening purposes. I don't think the actual awakening pieces are available yet. Scrolls, I've done 2 levels on each one. Still pretty low. He can go a lot higher. Again, just playing around with it. And then lastly, Vitality. I mean, I got level 5. If you guys can imagine him at the highest level, his HP is going to be double that. So maybe even triple, I'm not even sure. But one cool thing about his Vitality is he has this one Vitality that increases his chakra after the second turn each time by 450. And what's crazy about this is if you start from second turn, he does his AoE special. By the time the cycle gets back to him, he'll do it again. And he just keeps going. It's like a non-stop AoE battery. So if he doesn't die, it's big trouble for whoever you're facing. So yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why I think he's great. There was a lot of debate where he belongs on the tier list. I fought for him. Again, I don't think he's as good as the original Heavy Sasuke, but he is definitely on par with the adult. They play different roles, but they still bring a lot to the table, even though they're 2 different things. Okay, now this I'm going to compare him to TenTen, so I'm going to go and find TenTen real quick. Where are you? Where are you? TenTen, there you go. Okay, so TenTen, I don't put any work into her. I just want to look at the skills, right? TenTen does have a stun, right? It's 15% chance, the exact same. Differences, no damage reduction. So that's huge, right? She doesn't have that, and there's no extra damage to defense units. That 33 point some odd percent that we saw is insane. So she doesn't bring that to the table like he does. We need rest. She does increase only for 2 turns, while Sasuke increases for the entire battle, right? The damage. And it's 15% for him and it's only 10 for her. And he does damage reduction. She only does guard suppression rate reduced by 20%. So, and her HP increase is only S, his is L. Of course, he's a UR. Given that, he's going to have the better stats. And then, of course, the damage increase is probably negligible. So, again, not a TenTen 2.0. He is definitely a unit worth having, and he definitely belongs on your roster if you have him. Okay, so with going through that now, the second thing I want to do is show you guys kind of what I mentioned earlier, where he is a chakra battery. Okay, so I'm going to actually play you a PvP fight today that I had with one of my actual Alliance members. Shout out to Javando. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. He did actually beat me once today. We've been going back and forth quite a bit. But this one was my latest fight, and it's actually going to showcase how good he really is. All right, so here we go. I'm going to press play here, let it load, and I'll give you guys a little bit of commentary with my group. My main force squad, I believe, is Kakashi, Guy, and Kirin. Now, I have Kakashi going first for his instant jutsu, but what I want to do is actually switch that and make Kirin go first. So if he does attack first, he actually drops everyone's damage reduction, and then Lightning Blade will hit a lot harder. So I'm gonna make that swap for tomorrow. But as you can see, you heard that noise. That is Sasuke reducing everyone's damage. You know, shout out to Kakashi for paralyzing right away. That's always a good sign. And Javando and I have very similar teams, actually. So this was an interesting fight to rewatch, to kind of see where I could have done better or he could have done better. But realistically, I think it just came down to luck. I seem to have paralyzed him. He didn't get his paralyzed off on me. So you know what? That's just how she goes. It's part of gotchas, right? There you go. That's what I meant right there. So couldn't kill Naruto, and right there, I paralyzed him again. So that was an instant win for me, in my opinion. You kill Kakashi, it's almost over. And here you go. So Kirin's first AoE. So watch Naruto Kage's health. He's a D unit, okay? Alright, let's see, gets it off. Okay, so again, watch Naruto Kage. So look how much health he has. Now watch this now after this move. His health is almost gone. You think he's at, what, 20%? He went from 100 to 20%. Okay, so that was the first Kirin turn. I'm going to speed this up. Sorry, we're going to have to wait for this special to go through. I mean, this is probably one of the best looking specials anyways, so not the worst thing to look at. I believe Kirin's going to have, not this turn, but the following. Alright, right after this turn. So there's Heavy over there. Like, this dude is incredible. 2 type of paralyzes, incredibly fast, hits like a truck. You know, he and Kirin together in the same group are a really, really hard team to beat. So if you have both, definitely use both. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Okay. As I say that, he dies, of course, and bad showcase there. Alright, so see? Second turn, he's already got full chakra. So he's going again, second round of AoEs. Now, this is crazy because they all took a turn, I believe, on hitting him, and he still hasn't gone down. So that shows again, and this is, I think, an advantage type too. So, yeah, see? And, like, he almost hit for nothing. The HP on Kirin is nuts. Alright, sorry, Javando. It was a good fight. But there you go, the second one, right? So again, no downtime. He just went straight, paralyzed 2 of them actually, but 1 died. Boruto's actually paralyzed as well. So that 15% is a little misleading. It is a low percentage, but when you're doing an AoE to 3 different units, it actually seems a little more than it is. Like, you know, chances of one of them at least being paralyzed is still fairly high. Again, I know the math doesn't make sense, but from my experience, what I've noticed, it's what's happening. So, so yeah, I think that's the end of the battle. I can probably stop this now. So there you have it. Kirin, AoE master, paralyze, insane damage to D units. Just overall, a fantastic, fantastic person to have on your roster. Not only is he reliable for HP and survival, but he does bring a lot to your team. Guard damage reduction, sorry, not guard damage, just damage reduction. Reducing it by 22% is huge. Increasing your team's attack by X amount is huge. And again, bringing that paralyze and that extra 33% damage to D units, where the meta is now shifting, I believe, over to D units, is going to be a huge factor. So if you do have him, guys, take my word on it, or don't. I mean, whatever, play with him. But I think he's fantastic. And for those who think he is TenTen 2.0, I hope this video helped you guys see otherwise. If it didn't, I mean, hey, you know, everyone's got their opinions, and that's why there are so many different wonderful characters in this game to use. But if you do have him, guys, honestly, put some effort into him, get him up, you know, use him. And let me know what you think on the comments. If you like this, great. If you don't, let me know why and how it can get better. My second video only. Again, shout out to MRN for the thumbnail, and for those who have supported me to do this. My next few characters are actually going to be Jugo, Sugetsu, Karen, not Kirin, Karen, which I have a 5-star. And we're going to be showcasing them individually. Then we're going to showcase them together as a tribe. And then we're going to put Kirin Sasuke back into it and showcase his single target tribe with Sugetsu and Jugo. Once that's completed, and if all goes well, and these videos are liked by enough people, I will be going back through every banner and showcasing every character based on their banners from the newest to oldest. And I hope to be doing this for a long time. If there is anything I missed, guys, please again put it in the comment section. Contact me through Discord. Let me know how I can improve. I'm here to help, and I'm here to showcase, and I'm here to show you guys what an end game unit looks like. So when you do want to put the effort into getting somebody to 7 stars and seeing what they're able to do, I'm hopefully going to be able to show you that ahead of time, so you don't waste your resources or time into someone that's not worthwhile. Again, this is Painblade, Server 1, representing ISC. Thank you everybody for taking your time to watch this. Hope to talk to you guys soon, and hope you guys keep enjoying these videos. Have a great one.